Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here and saying yes to be one of our Life at Home online hosts. Basically, what you are doing is you're our Next Steps team online. So I want you to imagine that we're in the Next Steps lounge in a foyer, whatever location that you're at, and we're connecting with people. We're connecting with our regular people, helping them take their next step, or praying with them, asking them how we can help. We're meeting new people and we're able to engage with them and help get them connected. And obviously, we're praying with and connecting with people who are going to say yes to Jesus on our services for the first time or reconnecting. The exciting thing about this team and our host team is that we really get to add community to the content that we're delivering off the platform. So we're able to keep engagement and community going while the service is happening, which is really, really exciting. I love that on this platform, we're able to connect with people probably at a deeper level, really, than they would do face-to-face the first time that you'd meet them. You'll be surprised how quickly people will open up when they're literally typing something. So we're believing that God's going to use this platform to really minister to people and give us a glimpse into the felt needs so we can journey with people, help them take their next step and really disciple them as they get connected to Life Church and get connected to Jesus. So we're just going to talk about a few practical things of what it means to be a host and how that platform works. So really, there are two main areas of engagement on this platform. When you log on as a host, you're going to see that there's the public chat. And that is the chat that anyone that's part of our church that logs on, they're going to be able to chat to each other. We're going to have two hosts rostered in the public chat. Their role is really to welcome everyone that comes along, pose some discussion questions, and really help stimulate some community discussion in that public chat. We may also invite some more hosts to be in that public chat, but not as hosts, so basically incognito. So what your role is to be the church in that public chat, in that foyer, connecting, but people feel like, wow, this is the church connecting with me, not a team that's rostered on. The rest of us, the rest of the hosts that are rostered on, you're going to be logged in as hosts and you're going to be waiting for those live prayer chats. So basically at any time someone can jump on, press live prayer, and you're going to see in the middle of your screen there's a host chat. Just say, for example, Pastor Dan wants prayer. He's going to press live prayer, and in that host info, it's going to say Pastor Dan has requested prayer, and there's a blue accept. So we're going to have a schedule. We're going to have a schedule of people. So if it's your turn, accept that prayer, and then you're going to see a chat box pop up where you can start praying with that person. Just like we would on a Sunday, as much as we can, where we know the gender, we're encouraging our boys to pray with boys and our girls to be praying with girls. So you'll be able to see depending on the names that are there. You'll see the first column is a host info column. On there, we're going to have some templates, some things that you can cut and paste, some links to some forms, and really just some suggestions on how we engage with prayer and then how we respond when someone says yes to Jesus. So the main thing in there, you can flip between going to host info, copy something, and then go back to your chat and paste it in there. All of your chats, some of us might be on 2 or 3 chats at once, are going to be listed on the left-hand side. So you can go between them and be chatting. One important thing, we have got a link in the host info, and that is for people to give us their details and let us know, I want someone to contact me through the week for prayer, I want to find a life group, I said yes to Jesus. So at the end of every private chat, we want you to be encouraging them to fill out that form. That's going to help our midweek follow-up team have a bit more details and be able to connect with them. Because just because somebody's on there, we actually don't have their contact details. So I could log on and put my nickname as Super Sacha, and nobody knows me. I don't have to put my phone number, I don't have to put an email, I can have a private chat, I can say yes to Jesus, but until I fill out that form, we actually can't follow Super Sacha up because we don't have her details. So our role is to help facilitate getting those details by putting the link for the form and getting people to fill that out, which is really cool. At the end of our service, we don't actually want you to close any of your chat boxes. So please leave them all there until the end, because there's going to be some great comments and information in those chats that you're going to want to pass on to our midweek team. At the bottom of our host info, we've got a link to a form. You'll be able to click that form, put in the name of the guest, and put in any information that you feel is going to assist our midweek team. And then once you've done that, of course, close all of your chat boxes to keep that nice and tidy. One thing, if at any time it looks like, oh, the public chat has stopped, or maybe the video has paused, really, because there are so many people engaging, what you can do is just refresh and you'll find that the chat starts again and the video starts again. That's just a little bit of troubleshooting there. So just a few things before we jump on and get ready for our service. Just a little bit of online communication etiquette. And I do have that up here on the blackboard, not too sure if you can see it. But obviously we don't want people to feel like we're yelling at them. So please don't use all capitals. Make sure that your caps lock is off and that we are talking nicely to people. Secondly, proper punctuation really helps. Because sometimes if you miss a comma or you miss a full stop, it can actually be interpreted very differently to how you intended it. So just try and use your grammar and your punctuation. Obviously people are gracious, but we just want to make sure that we're portraying something that we mean, not being able to be interpreted differently. Obviously, we're expecting people to be joining us, not just from Australia, but from anywhere. So let's not use slang that people may not understand. Let's not use Christianese or churchy words, because we're believing that we're going to be reaching unchurched people on this platform. So we want to be able to be relatable to anybody. And this is really important, especially if you're a host that we're saying jump in the public chat. If you can use the @ to tag somebody, you do have to type their name in, so @Super Sacha or whoever you're responding to. Because, say for example, I put on there, guys, I've had a really bad week. My business is about to close down. I actually don't know how I'm going to get any groceries. And Pastor Ben's in there and he's responding to someone who's just given a great report. And he's like, that's awesome, so great to hear. I may interpret that as him responding to me. So as long as we can tag people know what we're responding to, it just gives a little bit more context, which is awesome. Just some open-ended questions if you want to find out more about people when you're in a private chat. So great questions like, how did you hear about us? Which is always good for us to know. Have you been to a church or an online service before? Gives us an indication of maybe is this their first time, or they may not know Jesus yet. What was the highlight of your week? People love talking about themselves. And what do you like doing during the week? Which is also going to help us connect them with the right person and with the right life group, which is great. So up here we have a bit of a schedule. These are the girls, these are the boys. So when people ask for live prayer, and you can see that Saskia has just responded to that prayer. If you're Christy, you'll know the next female that pops up, that's mine. I'm taking that and I'm going to start engaging with that conversation. But before we jump on, we're just going to pray, because we know that our role here is so vital to connecting, to engaging in community, for our church community to feel like they've come together, but for the opportunity for God to use us to minister to people who don't know him, to really see God bring freedom and breakthrough as we're praying for people online. And let's be believing for God to really move. So Father, we thank you for our online hosts. Father, we thank you as we come for this service. Father, we thank you that you're connecting the right people. Father, we thank you that you will speak through us as we minister to people, as we bring breakthrough and your word and encouragement. We thank you for people saying yes to Jesus and people signing up to say, hey, I want to be on this incredible adventure of doing life with Jesus and Life Church. Thank you so much, team. I love that we get to do this.